Human resources is the key word today, and I think I have some issue.
Okay, I have all the time you need, Mohammed. Sorry, should I call you Mohammed Bashir or only Mohammed?
Yeah, Bashir is fine.
Bashir, okay.
Today with me is author, keynote speaker, and global senior executives, Francesco Picconi. Welcome, Francesco.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody.
Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Yes, so, well, I mean, I am basically a global HR executive. I have 25 years of experience with blue chip multinationals like GE, Saudi Aramco, FCA, Fiat, Alstom, and well, actually also in family companies or private or listed company like Falk Renewables or Indesit. I mean, what has defined my career throughout these 25 years is two things. The ability to structure unstructured companies, so building exceptional talent pipelines, building great HR processes, designing organizations, but also, let's say, the ability to change companies and transform companies which are facing, let's say, new business challenges. I've done this basically in various countries like the UK, France, Germany, Saudi Arabia, and of course, Italy. And for the rest, I've worked a little bit everywhere in the world. And it's not over. Actually, let's say I'm looking at Asia with a lot of interest at the moment, or again, still the Middle East, and who know what the future will bring. So here I am, I would say in a nutshell, and I would like to, let's say, if I can, be of some kind of inspiration to the audience today. If someone wants to go and go for an international career, particularly in HR, but I would say in general.
What are the top 3 mistakes to avoid in being in HR?
Well, let's say, I would say, let me mention two. I would say self-complacency, one, and embedding yourself in your comfort zone. Don't fall in love with your own narrative if you can. So always keep in mind that, let's say, the business is constantly changing. Listen to your customers. Be able to read the signs on the wall. Listen to the winds of change. So again, avoid, and this is the main mistakes one can make, is self-complacency and embedding in the comfort zone.
Wonderful. What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn from it, and how did you recover from it?
Well, I would mention a story of stubbornness. This is, let's say, one of my sins. Sometimes I'm a bit stubborn. So let me mention this. I mean, at some point I was, let's say, I was hoping to get an HR director job in the UK, actually, with the company I was working for at the time. The job was soon to be available, and I was really looking for it. Then things change, as everything changes in life. So the job never became available, but I had fallen in love with the idea of moving to the UK as an HR director. So, I mean, by chance, an headhunter asked me if I wanted to join another company and become an HR director in the UK. Now, I mean, my guts were telling me this is the wrong company, this is the wrong time for the company. But yeah, I mean, I did not listen. I was fallen in love with the idea. I was stubborn, so I left my company and joined another company in the UK, which was 1 year later, it was taken over. So let's say at that point, you need to show that you are really resilient. And I had really to be resilient for 1 year, actually, before I could land a different job. So from this, I learned that stubbornness is, let's say, is different from being just merely seriously convinced of what you want.
What are your top 3 success secrets and that others can model?
Well, I don't think I have real secrets on this. I would mention, let's say, get the best preparation you can at university. This is really important. Second, I mean, it's a network game. I mean, get in touch, keep in touch, be generous with the others, mind your reputation, and build your personal brands. I would say this is the second. Well, for the rest, I mean, I always admired those who are able to plan their career like a computer in a chess game, if you wish. So they can anticipate their moves 15 moves ahead. I've met a couple of these people. I fear it's not me, for instance. I would say I prefer, let's say, if you know the Forrest Gump movie, at some point, Forrest Gump says, life is like a chocolate box. You never know what you're going to get. And I mean, basically, this is it. I mean, try to plan your career as much as possible, but let's say, don't think too much on a good professional opportunity. Trust your guts and take reasonable risks. Jump in water, say many yes and a few no. Don't have excuses, don't have regrets. If your guts say this is a good opportunity, just go for it.
Wonderful. What is the most impactful business book you read, and what did you learn from it?
Oh, let me show it. It's Blue Ocean Strategy. It's in Italian. Yes, I must confess, I am Italian. And this is the shorter version, but there are much bigger books. And it's written by Mr. Chan and René Mauborgne from INSEAD. It's Blue Ocean Strategy. And it has been a big inspiration for me because it says winning without competing or make competition irrelevant. Now, this means basically that you should, let's say, not follow the market, not compete in the same arena where everybody is competing. This is a red ocean. There is a lot of blood there. But rather than this, I mean, imagine and figure out a different blue ocean where you can head, and where you are ahead of competition, and or there is much less competition in a sense. I was thinking about this when I made a couple of interesting moves. First, moving from Italy many years ago to Europe, in Germany, in France, in the UK. And second, when I left Europe for the Middle East in Saudi Arabia. I mean, particularly the second move is entering a market where which is growing, which is very important. So it's bluer, if you wish. It's you can still. It's nice to be in a growing environment on one hand, and on the other hand, I would say, well, it's less mature from many standpoints. So you have good opportunities there. And also, when some years ago I started building new skills, particularly with Saudi Aramco, the company where I used to work until a few months ago, and it's digital transformation. So this is a new skill in high demand, which will be in high demand. And upon reflecting, this is another component of blue ocean strategy. I mean, don't go for the usual skills where there is a lot of competition. Try to build your skills and your competencies in blue oceans, in a sense.
Wonderful. We are going to quick answers. Are you ready for it?
I was born ready.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Well, let's say as a person who is able to deal with the most serious and sensitive issues with a smile, and if possible, with some lightness and some irony.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. When I grow up, I mean, I visited 60 countries so far. I want to visit another 60 countries. So this is what I want to do when I grow up. But I mean, this is not for now. Before doing this, I want to contribute to at least one more company in terms of, I don't know which part of the world it will be, but contribute to transform at least one more company before I grow up and decide to travel more.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
Well, let's say someone said, I think Winston Churchill said that success is, let's say, never definitive. Failure is never fatal. What counts is the courage to go on and carry on.
Mm-hmm. What are you grateful for today?
Oh, health, definitely health. I mean, I recovered from COVID a couple of months ago. This gave me the time to think and reconsider, in a sense, what's important in life. And so I would say I can envision few changes ahead.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant others?
Well, I mean, it's a matter of, let's say, taking the others with you. I mean, you have to be credible first. So you don't convince someone out of the blue, or at least this is not me. I mean, I build my reputation over time, and then I educate things who work around me. Education is a word I would stress.
Who is your living mentor, and what is the impact they left on your life?
Oh, this is interesting also. I mean, I would say my mentor was, let's say, a Catholic Jesuit priest who taught me, I mean, to never lie, basically. Sometimes it's okay to omit the truth. in some circumstances, but never lie.
How do you start your day?
Coffee, then a shower, then more coffee, and then a smile.
Why being impactful is important to you?
Well, being impactful means for me providing sense to people who are around me. I mean, I like to think that I help the others finding sense in what they are doing every day, so that they can become better people. This is my impact.
Who is your ideal client?
Oh, my ideal client is someone who does not necessarily know what he wants, but is open-minded. Let me make a very, very quick example. I mean, I happened to join family companies as a chief HR officer, and the entrepreneur grew a very nice business. He wanted to modernize. So basically, did not have all the details, but let's say he wanted to go in that direction, and he trusted me to take him down that path. This is my best client, the one who does not exactly maybe know where he wants to go, but for sure he has good ideas.
What is the advice you would give younger yourself?
Oh, no advice whatsoever. I mean, I think my younger self has all the rights to send my older self to hell, if you wish, and he should do that. I mean, my younger self should be able to make his own mistakes.
How can we support you?
Well, I mean, you are doing great. I mean, with this interview, yes. I mean, this is my LinkedIn address. I mean, there you can find not only more information about myself, but particularly resources for those who want to become international. There are presentations, there are interviews, there are videos, there are well, all kinds of resources, if you wish. So go there and let's say send me a connection, invite me to connect.
What would you say about your guest experience on today's show?
Oh, that's beautiful. I love this, Bashir, and thank you. Really, thank you very much for this. I mean, you are a great host on this. Quite frankly, I did not know EEC, but until a few weeks ago. But now I see what you are trying to accomplish, and really, it's important and interesting. And I think many people would benefit from your services.
What would you say as a final word?
Oh, I would say, well, be professionally prepared, work smart, develop new skills which are in high demand, head for your blue ocean, try to avoid red oceans, stay ahead of competition, and be kind to everybody you will meet in your journey.
Francesco, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and experience with us. And on the behalf of Entrepreneur Empowerment Community and our entire team, we appreciate you. And I look forward for another great conversation with another guest next time. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.